So I am joined by the beautiful and very successful Jennifer. Now, in this interview, we're going to go back to when you was first applying for the position at the time. And if you could just share with us the kind of the journey that you've been through and how I have helped you in your career.
Yes, of course, my pleasure. So my current position is a insight specialist working within the Public Health Department at Nottingham City Council. And I've held that role for, it's just a little over 10 years. So it's quite a time, but not just in that particular role. So I've kind of like moved around a little bit, and then I've managed to be in a position with a job that I've always really wanted.
Yeah, that was like the dream job, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's fantastic. I'm very happy.
Mm.
My first position, I applied for the role of a health promotion specialist. But previous to that, I've been applying for jobs and not really getting much success, not getting to the interview stage. Some of the applications were through CVs and some of them were through application forms. So the process was never always the same. And I really struggled to try and produce a good application form or a good CV. So I wasn't getting the interviews. And then I seek your help. And you helped me with my application for my health promotion specialist role.
Yeah.
And I got through to the interview, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
I was very nervous and very scared because I hadn't had an interview for a very long time. So those sort of skills that you need to be able to, you know, put over your best qualities was really quite difficult. So the coaching that you provided around interview technique and being able to shine and bring out your unique selling points and to be able to capitalize on your personality.
I'm glad that you've kind of used my buzzwords there, your unique selling points, because they really make the difference. They really do.
And to be honest, I was always a little bit, you know, my unique selling point for me is like being very lively, bubbly, just having like quite a big personality, and I kind of like shone that away because I didn't think people would like to see that.
A lot of people think that, when they're coming to terms with their personalities, it's very common for people to almost minimize who they are because they think that it will be off-putting for other people. But it turns out that that's your biggest selling point, your personality.
And it's being able to draw upon your skills, I guess, and what makes you different, and to be able to sell yourself in that way. So having the confidence to go into an interview, haven't been in one for a long time, prepare for a test as well, not knowing what's coming, so all this stress and anxiety that goes with that. But I always remember you saying to me, you've already got the job, Jen, you've already got it. And I was like, yes I do. And I went in there with that positivity and that confidence, and I got the job. You know, they called me on the day and said, actually, you was the best candidate. And I was like, never. Really? Me?
I actually felt it with you that day. Like we both got the job somehow. But I think it's worth saying as well with the public sector, or, you know, the city council, and this goes for NHS as well, their processes, their application processes are very
rigid.
They're very rigid. You have to demonstrate everything to the letter so that they can prove that they've been, you know, just and equal when it comes to offering positions. So really perform well on that day to get through those kind of panel interviews and to do testing as well. And in the test, that's another example of where your personality really needs to come through, because that's what they're really testing in a test situation, what you really like in their scenarios. You can see it.
I actually remember when I did the test and you said make sure that your personality comes through, and I had to discuss how I would have approached the situation. And what my style would have been. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I do recall that I actually got the panel involved. I thought, well, I'm that sort of person, so I'm not just going to talk to you, you can be in it with me. So I gave them a little task to do, and I thought that's a little bit daring. But
it's very, very ballsy.
It was very ballsy, but you know, they said that was one of the things that they really enjoyed, because with a health promotion role, it's about engaging with people, talking to people. you know, being able to like influence people's behaviors and bringing people along with you. So to be able to do that, you need a certain skill set. So I was like, right, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, which works really well.
So yeah. How was that kind of technique and that learning, how was that panned out as you've developed in your role over the years?
Yeah, I think through development and growth. So I've had, within the same department, I've had 4 roles now. So I've moved up, you know, from a junior health promotion specialist, then to health promotion officer, then managing a team. And then from that role to move into the role that I'm in now, which is more of a senior role. But each of those processes have required, obviously, an application. The tests get harder. The interviews are a lot more harder because obviously the role becomes a lot more challenging, I guess. Yeah. So you have to be able to prepare yourself for those. And, you know, and those sort of jobs, there's many candidates, you know, so you have to get through the interview stage. First of all, that's the challenge. So you need a really good application form and a covering CV and a letter to go with it.
Because it's just because you've worked in that role, it's not like it's a done thing that you get that interview. No. They have to be really fair with their processes. Yeah. So they still insist that you meet all of their criteria.
Yeah, and sometimes, to be honest, when you're actually working within a department and you're going for a role, it's even more challenging and more harder because they know who you are and they know what your working style is, and you feel even more under pressure to be able to perform really well, because if you deliver a really bad interview, you know, you're going to feel like, oh,
yeah, you've got to face them,
you know, haven't you? Yeah, you have to the next day. And I'm like, yeah. But I think I would have really struggled if I hadn't had the support all throughout the process. Yeah. And to be able to approach an interview and, you know, a new situation, having some guidance and advice has been invaluable for me. Yeah. And I think I would have really struggled to be able to do that by myself, if you know what I mean.
You're just one of those people that want to position yourself for success, because this is your career, this is your development, and you like the environment that you work in. You just want to progress. So it is important that you put, you know, you position yourself as strongly as possible. But what I've noticed is that as you've developed, you've become more specialized in different areas, and you've formed more expertise, and therefore your unique selling points and your personal brand of Jennifer has kind of changed too. So that's why it's always been important to kind of reevaluate what you've learned, and then to kind of think about the vision for the future, because it's that you're going to be, you know, sharing on the day.
And I'd like to add as well, so it's not just, you know, the support that you have provided for my work. You know, I've actually taken that on in my personal life as well. So, you know, having the confidence and, you know, to be able to not be afraid to be yourself, you know, and, you know, say, you know, just let your personality shine through and just be honest with who you are. And you actually bring out the best in people. So,
thank you very much.
That's okay.
So I'm glad that you've kind of shared that, because there could be people that's just wondering how it works in practice, how I actually get the best out of you and then prepare you for interview. So what would you say I kind of do? What's my unique traits, would you say?
Oh, crikey. So your unique traits. You know what, I actually think for me, it's that personal one-to-one approach, and the honesty, and also the confidence as well that you can instill, because, you know, if you're not successful, which I hadn't been when I was putting my applications through, I really doubted myself. Yeah. You know, and I was thinking, is it me? I just couldn't really get my head around it, and to be having so many knockbacks, you know, it really can be quite damaging. And I think one of your key skills is being able to talk people through that, and not to be feeling, you know, low or you know, just to actually to build up the confidence, to let you know that you can go ahead and do that. And I think it's because you don't just do the CV writing and the application form, it's the actual support that goes alongside it as well. So while you have support with one thing, you know, it's one thing to get a cracking CV and to get a great application form, wonderful, now you've got the interview. You know, that's your opportunity to sell yourself. But if you're not prepared for that, you don't know what's coming, and you haven't had that level of coaching and some sort of idea of what you're walking into, and to be able to be calm and, you know, to approach it in a different way, then it's half a job, isn't it?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You've got halfway there. It's not necessary that you're going to get that job. You need the whole package of support, and I found that really invaluable. So in terms of your unique selling point, is you do a bit of both.
Well, thank you very much. Do you know what, Jennifer? You are literally like, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. And as I've always said, just continue to aim high and enjoy what you do. Because it's so important, isn't it, to go to work and actually thrive and enjoy the environment and everything that goes with it. So, and
actually that energy spins off to your family as well. I mean, my kids, you know, they get a good energy. They see that mum's happy, you know, she's committed, she goes to work, she's got ambition, she's got a good job. You know, I don't have to work long, you know, unsociable hours. You know, I make a good salary. I've got quite a nice life without having to like sacrifice and, you know, work those long hours. And I think, you know, to be able to aspire to do that and to have achieved that, and just to be happy and comfortable, and, you know, the kids love it. They're quite, you know, my mum's got this job, my mum does this. I'm doing a lot of work with the for the coronavirus as in part of the response team, you know, so that for me, I feel so privileged to be involved in that.
You're very much
actually help people. I'm in the absolute mix of it. The same. Never what's going to ping up on my in my inbox and like, oh, I'm doing that today.
I mean,
never a dull moment.
Amongst all the, you know, there's such things to worry about in terms of the virus, but if there's any kind of positives to glean from it, the fact that you are, the experience that you will be able to say and the impact that you've had during this time will actually carry you through, and in terms of your career, because this, if ever there was a time, I know, I'm just thinking about how you're going to write it even now. Okay, well, thank you so much, Jennifer. We'll leave it there, but
that's okay.
Thank you for being so honest and sharing your journey. And I'm sure anyone watching knows that you're destined for many things. So
after the lockdown, when we're free.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Judy.
All right.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye.